Oh, man.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled in my closet through my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Then I washed my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my mind the night before with cigarettes and songs I'd been picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid playing with a can that he was kicking. Then I walked across the street and caught the Sunday smell of someone's frying chicken. And Lord, it took me back to something that I lost somewhere, somehow along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as the sound of the sleeping city sidewalk and Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the songs they were singing. Then I headed down the street and somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons like a disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as the sound of the sleeping city sidewalk and Sunday morning coming down.
Oh. Somehow I'm here. See how well that goes. As you probably guessed, Johnny Cash, Sunday Morning Coming Down, which may or may not be appropriate for my state at this point. That came out on a single in 1970 through Columbia. And yeah, got the whole shebang worked out for you. Got some, what do we got? Oh yeah, we got the Jeffrey Lee Pierce birthday tribute. It was his birthday yesterday. So I got some common and not so common gun club selections picked out to come up fairly soon, and then Zach is going to join me for the usual I'm Allowed, that our buddy music critic and musician friend Rick Weaver is going to partake in as well, so that's sure to be animated. And then probably, the usual show report stuff, maybe some music, you never know. But I guess at least music-wise, I'll play Massicot next. The song is Kokteilis. It came from a split with Housewives that was put out in 2017.
Was jij in Rusland ook misschien? Zag je China met zijn rode garde? Er zijn nog landen zonder bom, die vinden zich ontzettend dom en smijten daarom rustig met miljarden. Als je alle kranten leest, zijn we er binnenkort geweest. De wereldrotzooi neemt niet af en iedereen is even laf. De noodklok heeft al lang geluid, maar niemand steekt een vinger uit. Ze lopen met de horde mee om naar de grote oorlogszee. Word je niet onderhand niet ziek van al die stomme politiek? Dictators die je leven maar regeren. Door Europa raast een spook, in Nederland kent men het ook. De werkelozen kunnen weer kraperen. Als je alle kranten leest, zijn we er binnenkort geweest. De wereldrotzooi neemt niet af en iedereen is even laf. De noodklok heeft al lang geluid, maar niemand steekt een vinger uit. Ze lopen met de horde mee om naar de grote oorlogszee. Spelen we oorlog als een spel, krijg ik je niet, krijg ik je wel. Het volk applaudisseert om ons te roemen. Ze roemen onze overmacht, waarmee de vijand werd verkracht. Ach, jullie zijn niet waard je mensen te noemen. Als je alle kranten leest, zijn we er binnenkort geweest. De wereldrotzooi neemt niet af en iedereen is even laf. De noodklok heeft al lang geluid, maar niemand steekt een vinger uit. Ze lopen met de horde mee naar de grote oorlogszee.
It's a sick, sick, sick world, and it's waiting for you.
Born in the heat of the desert, my mother died, giving me life, deprived of the love of a father, blamed for the loss of his wife. You know, Lord, I've been in a prison for something that I've never done. It's been one hill after another, but I've climbed them all one by one. But this time, Lord, you gave me a mountain, that I may never climb. And it isn't a hill any longer. You gave me a mountain this time. My woman got tired of the hardships, tired of the grief and the strife, so tired of working for nothing, tired of being my wife. She took my one ray of sunshine, she took my pride and my joy, she took my reason for living, she took my small baby boy. So this time, Lord, you gave me a mountain, a mountain that I may never climb. And it isn't a hill any longer. You gave me a mountain this time.
Yup. That was the Poppy Family with Happy Island. That came out in 1969 by London Records in Canada. There was Rick Weaver, who's going to join us in about a little over a half hour with Zach. The song was Charlie. That comes from a split tape with Spiritual Recess. Came out through Human Conduct in 2017. There was Elton Britt. That's a funny one. I don't know if that approaches the cornball side of things too much, or if it is something of artistic merit. I'm kind of on the fence about that. The title of the record is ridiculous. It's Elton Britt Sings Modern Country. I wonder who actually bought the record based on that title. The name of the song was You Gave Me a Mountain, and Elton Britt Sings Modern Country came out in 1970 through the Certron label. Before that, we heard Joos. I guess that's how that's pronounced in Dutch. Is it? Help me out. Please Google Translate. Jose. I was totally wrong. But the title of it was
Als je alle kranten leest.
Which means if you read all the newspapers.
If you read all the newspapers.
Yep. And that was from a single that came out in 1967 by Barclay Records. Then there was Jonnie and the Cyclones, Twisted Fender, from a 1962 single released by McCady. And to start, Massicot with Kokteilis, from a split with Housewives, came out in 2017 through a bunch of labels, Blank Editions, 8 Mon Silse do Tofu, Hands in the Dark, Red Wig, and Harbinger Sound. Alright, so I think I'm going to do that little thing now where I tell you about shows coming up.
Pertaining to show. I want the stars that's going to be in the Coliseum, that's going to make the people sway and rock and clap their hands to the beat and get up and dance in an area that will be big enough for them to do it in.
Yeah. So it's funny, probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, when they relaxed all the restrictions here in Prague, there's just this big explosion of good shows to go to. And it's either I'm missing the announcements pertaining to shows for good shows coming up, or there just aren't as many. I don't really know. So actually I don't have a whole lot more than what I've already been telling you about for this past couple of weeks. But tonight, actually, Magnesium and Prochaska play at Chapeau Rouge, which I might try and go to if I can finish practicing with my band in time. I don't know. Then, speaking of my band, we play at the mini festival thing happening in the village of Otovica between July 3rd and 5th. Also with Or Decultivate at Bonafide, Cosmicu, Mancuso, Timber Rattle, The Pow, and Abrizik. So you can find the link to that Facebook event page on the playlist once I get around to posting it. And then a couple more on June 30th, Lebanon and Curvy Chessy at Underdogs. And then there's Bibone, Smeye, and Muchen Conflict. And where does that happen? That is on July 4th. And that's at Bike Jesus. And yeah, the other one, June 30th, if I didn't mention it. So there you go. And for reference, why not? The show that this radio show / booking agency thing that I call Aw Man, put off on Wednesday went pretty well, I thought. For a Wednesday night, post-pandemic or post-lockdown or whatever, I guess the pandemic is still happening. Had, 50 or 60 people out, and below were great, and I was happy to play for the first time in a band again in a live setting in over a year, so I think it was a winner chicken dinner kind of scenario. And I'm hoping to organize more if I can just get 5 minutes to actually do things other than work for my job. So, yeah, hopefully, if everything goes well, I'll put off a show on a boat next. But no promises. We'll see. There's a lot of baloney involved in that whole proposition. Anyhow, I think it's time for our proposed tribute to Jeffrey Lee Pierce, whose birthday was yesterday. And sure, it would have been great if I actually could have done his birthday tribute on the day of his birthday, but I was a little too hungover and disorganized for that, which isn't all that unusual for me. And I'd like to think that old Jeffrey Lee would probably understand. Not that I knew him, of course, but reading about him and hearing anecdotes from other people who did know him, I think from time to time at least he would like a drink or something similar along those lines. So I'm not going to focus too much on the man himself. He was definitely a pretty controversial figure. People were pretty polarized on their opinions of him. When they had known him over the course of his life. And yeah, I'll say that he's definitely one of my most favorite songwriters, and I love so much stuff that the Gun Club put out. Not to say that it's all great. Some of the later stuff don't dig so much, but the earlier stuff, and then there's still some gems in amongst the later stuff as well. So I'm going to go kind of chronologically here for the next, 6 songs or so. The very first thing is a demo for Goodbye Jonnie, and this was recorded in April of 1981. Another version of this would be put out on the Gun Club's debut record proper, The Fire of Love. But I think I like this version more. There's something really kind of weird about it, and I guess maybe the other one fits into the context of the album a bit better, but this sort of slower, more menacing approach I really appreciate. So yeah, we'll start with this version of Goodbye Jonnie and then kind of go further and further ahead into the career of Jeffrey Lee Pierce, and then I'll come back and then it'll be time for Zach and Rick. So here it is.
It's coming out of the east like the rain, Johnny. Hey, look what's been done, Johnny. It's coming like a god with no name, Johnny. Sad thing. Sleeping out for the warmer day. I'm a Brooklyn Johnny. You finally tore me down. Johnny, there's flashlights on the back doors, Johnny. Look down the line, Johnny, for the American unknown, Johnny.
Tequila Highway and the key to my motel drawer. And I'm tired of leaving and leaving. I can't come back home. Oh, my dark-eyed friend, I'll be calling you again. Soft voices that speak nothing to the end. Stay behind the wall. The sadness grows like weeds up on my thighs and knees. Oh, Mother Earth, the wind is hard. I tried my best, but I could not. And my eyes fade from me in this open country.
Gun Club back here with their latest fare of old and new songs and songs for the family and the kids and great hits of yesteryear. And Depop's gonna start the next one off here.
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I got
Hey, that was the heebie-jeebies. A little bit of our tribute to Little Richard.
What do you think of the 60s being fashionable at the moment? I mean, bands like the Bangles, clothes, fashion.
Well, it's not really the significant elements of the 60s to remember, I don't think, but nobody really remembered the significant elements of the 50s either. That's just nothing but the same as like 50s nostalgia for, T-Birds and greased back hair. It's the same thing.
You don't listen to R.E.M.?
Never.
Never. Do you like them, or?
No. The melodies aren't really strong. It's not the Byrds, which is what I think it wants to be sometimes. It's certainly not television, which I think it wants to be sometimes. And it's kind of like off in this mediocre type of netherworld, where it doesn't really make a step in any direction. To me, it's more like they've been looking at the Byrds for about, 4 or 5 days.
My hotel is blue, beautiful ocean blue. Paint's melting off the walls, and I can hardly breathe. And young men not against the walls, into an alley where the curtains are drawn, into the room where somebody gets on you. The morning through garages and loaded docks, the walls of Soul City, the aging clock, the camera eyes fixed and it locks on you. He closes your eyes. closing from the east side. Get your friends out of the car. We got a date in the trees tonight. Take off your clothes, you ain't going far.
Yep, and that is the end of the Jeffrey Lee Pierce birthday tribute thing. Happy birthday, Jeffrey Lee Pierce, wherever you are. That was Idiot Waltz from the very last official Gun Club release. They've done some, I guess, I don't know who was responsible for it, but they put out some stuff afterwards, like bootlegs or semi-official things that were like archival releases. But yeah, that was the proper final album. Lucky Jim, Idiot Waltz was the song that came out in 1993 through Triple X. We heard Jeffrey Lee Pierce as a solo musician, or still with a backing band. The Midnight Promise before that from Wildweed, that came out in 1985 through Static Records. Then there was the Gun Club with Give Up the Sun from the Las Vegas Story, put out in 1984 by Animal Records. And I also played a little clip just before that of Jeffrey Lee Pierce being interviewed on Dutch television, where I thought it was really strange that the guy asked him if he liked REM. Like, why is that even a relevant topic? I don't know. But I appreciated his answers about nostalgia and just the throwback or reestablishment of knockoff 50s and 60s stuff. And then, yeah, his response being that they're kind of forgetting the most important parts of it. I think that's a recurring theme. So yeah, we heard the Gun Club's take on Little Richard's Heebie-Jeebies. Before that was a live show they did in 1983, and the song is found on a reissue of Death Party. That reissue was put out by Sympathy for the Record Industry in 2004. Gun Club before that, Mother of Earth, Miami was the album that's from 1982 through Animal. And as I mentioned, Goodbye Johnny, a demo version from 1981 to start off the tribute to Mr. Pierce. So yeah, with that, I believe it's time to talk to our pals, Zach and Rick, who are waiting on the phone bridge. Let's see here if I do this correctly. I'll do my little jingle for Zach here.
I hope I keep my mailman called Mr. Mac away from Zach.
My name is Meg and I'm scared to say.
Are you guys there?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, okay.
Hey there.
Hey. Yeah. I'm glad that worked. There's a lot of screwing around in that, so yeah. Okay, everything's under control.
I never thought I'd be messing around with that on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been busy with the training and everything, getting ready for the big game, so it's good to get a little break here.
Yep, I've seen the baseball cards. They're already off to the factory for printing purposes, so that's good to see.
Yeah, we're gonna spread that across the way, correct?
Yeah, I hope so.
Baseball everywhere, every town.
I hope you send some of those over my way.
Yeah, I wonder how much is it to get a billboard in the Czech Republic, Roar?
I can't say I've looked into that yet, but once I do, I'll give you the details.
Yeah, please send it over. Czech Republic, please.
When is that baseball-themed record coming out, anyway?
Oh, well, I think the season starts in... when does the season start for us boys this summer again, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's like mid-July. It's right around then. It's going to be released on the... So baseball this year got pushed back, because of COVID. So we're going to try and release it on on game day, first day one, where they come back and play baseball. We wanted to, we want to welcome them. We want to welcome them back.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to school for the science of poetry. I went for baseball, and there are no stanzas or couplets in baseball. There are triples, doubles, foul balls, pop fives, but no poetry as far as I know.
Until now.
That being said, I've been trying my hand at it a little bit. I know Zach's a wordsmith, but yeah, I've been trying my hand at some of that science of the magic words.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that, Rick. Let me go ahead and interrupt you and change the subject. Let me talk about what I want to talk about.
Actually, I'll stop you right there. Rick, yeah, I'm even going to jump in here before you even get going on that. You're super quiet. Do you have a way to increase the volume on your...
Je vends des robes, des pulls, des manteaux, des bas, des gants, des jupes, des pantalons, des sacs, des ceinturons, des slips et des manchons de toute espèce qui me font tourner en bourrique. Je vends des robes de toutes les qualités, en laine, en soie, en fibre de coton, en fil ou en nylon, avec toutes sortes de noms de toute espèce qui me font tourner en bourrique. Si j'aurais pu, j'aurais aimé vivre à la campagne, vivre à la campagne. Si j'aurais pu, j'aurais aimé vivre à la campagne toute l'année. Avec des moutons, des cochons, des oignons, des lampions, des voisins, des machins, des raisins, des pépins, des clôtures, des voitures, des clôtures, des ordures, des poulets, des pommiers, des bergers. Mais je vends des robes à des femmes jolies, petites et blondes, ou grandes et distinguées, ou rousses et mal élevées, ou grosses et décoiffées de toute espèce qui me font tourner en bourrique. Je vends des robes, je fais des comptes et des opérations, des multiplications, des rectifications, et puis des livraisons de toute espèce qui me font tourner en bourrique. Si j'aurais pu, j'aurais aimé vivre à la campagne, vivre à la campagne. Si j'aurais chenilles, des fournis, du crottin, du boudin, du rotin, du terrain, des grands-pères, des grands-mères, des commères, des vigueurs, des babouches, des cartouches, des œufs-touches, des baudruches, des conciles, des bassines, des textiles, des naudiles, des orages, des bocages, des mirages, des nuages, des conscrits, des proscrits, des inscrits, des écrits, des carnets, des cornets, des sifflets, des soufflets, des canaux, des crapauds, des cabots, des capots, des tricards, des brancards, des canards, des brocards, des courants, des parois, des savants, des arpents, des melons, des tétons, des salons, des bonbons, des Barclay, des balais, des raclés, des navets, des tambours, des dutours, des contours, des détours, des soupirs, des messieurs, des désirs, des souris, des frelons, des bourdons, des citrons, des coupons, des berbères, des laitaires, des lasers, des misères, des tacos, des marmots, des tuyaux, des bocaux, des bouchons, des torchons, des crayons, des sabots, des savates, des tomates, des mille-pattes, des cravates, des curés, des greniers, des balais, des pompiers, des abeilles, des groseilles, des corneilles, des bouteilles, des limaces, des godasses, des rosaces, des crevasses, des éclairs, du tonnerre, des lumières, des desserts, des bougies, des souris, des brebis, des fouillis, du gruyère, du roquefort, du réfort, du bonheur, du charbon, du coton, du gazon, des scorpions, des sardines, des tartines, des copines, des cuisines, du colza, du tabac, du foie gras, des babas, des châteaux, des barreaux, des bourreaux, des noyaux, des filles.
I'd like to tell you that it's fine, but it's not time now. And I can't seem to get a word in edgewise anyhow. Though the words are flying fast, they just don't mean a thing. In a little while I could tell you everything. But we've taken sides in anger and we can't back down. Now we're fighting just to bring the other down. And if we think to stop it now, then the next time we'll know how. I'd like to break it to you gently where we've gone wrong. If the rock begins to rollin', we just tag along. If at first we pick the loving things that we both like, then before we stop to think, we're into fighting back. And an avalanche of answers must be made too fast, hasty made just when we should build to last. Love what we lack, lack what we share. Correction comes with time to spare. But we've taken sides in anger and we can't back down. Now we're fighting just to bring the other down. And if we think to stop it now, then the next time we'll know how.
What happened to the bioflash? What has happened to the bioflash? What happened to the bioflash? What happened to the flash? What happened to the bioflash? What has happened to the bioflash? What happened to the bioflash? What happened to the flash?
Yeah. That was Gradini with What Happened to the Bioflesh. That isn't even out yet. He sent that over along with the song I played last week on the show to premiere here, which I really appreciate it. And yeah, the full album, the Human one, will be out next month. It's a self-release thing that Gradini's doing, and you'll be able to find it on his Bandcamp page, which will be linked from this playlist on the Aw Man Facebook thing or gradini.bandcamp.com if you're so inclined. We heard Blue Crime before that, Fenrir, which is from another upcoming release, or so it's described on their Bandcamp page. The album is I'm Afraid We Became One, and it says that this comes out on September 20th, I think. I think that's the date of the vinyl release, but anyway, the full thing is there if you want to stream it online or purchase it through their Bandcamp page. Then there was Sammy Smith, It's Not the Time Now, from a 1968 Columbia single. Oddly enough, the song before that came from a 1969 Columbia single. It was Anne Carodi with J'vends des Robes, which is the funny song where she kind of explodes at the end, or that's implied. And that means, let's see, I Sell Dresses. I never would have guessed that.
Je vends des robes.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens when you sell dresses. Princess Thailand, Nowhere to start from their album And We Shine, which is put out this year. It's a goodie. I'm going to play a few more songs to wrap things up here and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to start with Foster Body. The song is Touching and Moving. Came from their album Moving Display that was put out in 2016 through Diabolical Records. After that, Bob Nichols and Hambone. I don't know when this was originally recorded, but somebody re-released it as a single in 2015, and it's on Symbol Records. After that will be The Search Party with The News Is You. That's a real weird one, where it seems like the band is just barely keeping things together. It's from their album Montgomery Chapel. It was put out in 1969 by Century. And last of all will be Factrix, Empire of Passion. And this is a restored version that appeared on the 2003 retrospective of their work, Artifact. And when did that come out originally, that song, Empire of Passion? 1980, originally through Adolescent Recordings as a single with Splice of Life on the other side. So that'll do it. Thanks for being here. Had quite a few people listening today, which I thought was bizarre because the weather's so nice outside, at least here in Prague. And yeah, be back again next week in some capacity. I don't know if I might record the show and play it because I'm going to be playing a show on Saturday, but we'll see what's going on. I can't plan one day from the next, or even one day to the next for that matter. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks to Rick and Zach for jumping on. And here's Foster Body.
I'm touching and moving.
can't shake our chicken, you don't rock the roll. Look out. Mommy, yo, you're getting old. Ham bone, 40 cents a pound. Eat ham bone till the deal goes down. Put my ham bone in the pot. I ain't gonna eat it till the soup gets hot. Way down yonder where I come from, they feed those people off of cow and corn. They get so fat, they couldn't wear a hat. Now I come in the head with the baseball bat. Rock out, daddy, yo! Rock it right. Rock it all night. That said a peanut wouldn't rock. I caught two in my rock field. One had a shovel, the other had a hoe. If that ain't rockin', I don't know. Rock out, daddy, yo! Ah, let's go! Down yonder where I come from, they feed those people off of cow and corn. They get so fat, they couldn't wear a hat. Now I come in the hitter with a baseball bat. Ham bone, 40 cents a pound. Eat ham bone till the deal goes down. Put my ham bone in the pot. I ain't gonna eat it till the soup gets hot. Rock it right! Rock it all night. Rock! Hey! Rock out!
Just look after yourself, as they always say, because no one else will.
let us get the fuck out of here.
Be seeing you.
And you.